Is Shadow Fiend capable of just bailing out into the jungle? Like, how does he make up for this lane? Oh. Bottom lane. Centaur in a little bit of trouble, goes in onto Chappie pretty deeply, but now he's going to try to wind his way through the trees. He is tanky, but constantly being nipped down, hurt. A roll comes in, and now Trixie's stuck. First blood goes the way of Chappie, so Morphling redeems that. And yeah, they're ready to go. If nothing else, just keep Naga zone temporarily now. Insania behind the tower. They're going for the solo black hole on this silencer. Looks like sure they'll be able to find him, but now Koikva's angry going in. Doesn't have that Song of the Siren, but they've got oodles of damage to go ahead and take out that Enigma. And now Chappie just winding his way down here. The courier giving vision. Chappie going, trying to seek some revenge. Waveforming himself deeper into the trees. Koikva's got that Quelling Blade, and they're seeking to munch him out. And they bring Hani forward. Now they got eyes on him, and it's just Chappie trying to juke and dodge the best he can, but he still goes down, so... Yeah, you got Silencer, but you burned Black Hole and lost 2 heroes. Oh wow, they are under Monkey King's nose. And it looks like he's just gonna straight Wukong command. Gets 3 in it. This is huge. With Trixie coming in for the hoof stomp, they kill off 2 like it's nothing. And now they're chasing for more. The Stampede gonna wear thin. There's a spring down from the trees as Hani wants more. Okay. Rubik trying to jump away with Monkey King's abilities, but he is just so low and playing with fire here. Era knows where he's at, and 1 Dragon Slave will finish him off. So in the end, 3 heroes down. Well, he's Invis here under a Sentry Ward. This could be a huge pick, and it looks like they're going straight for the Wukong's command, wasting no expense. And that is great. You can see the pings onto the cliff as they realize there must have been a sentry there. Radiant, they're going to respond to this by taking out the Monkey King. We do have Insania and Trixie moving in from the jungle. Here's where the fight's going to be going down. We got a Wukong's command going forward. They trap Shadow Fiend in it. He's rooted, and it looks like he's taking just enough damage to pop him. They go for the black hole, but the global silence comes in. The BKB black hole going to be useless now as the Dire are just styling on the Radiant. They're finding kills left and right. A roll away from Miposhka might be enough to save him. They're going to song him, cancel his TP, and they're going to end him as soon as it's over, giving him a brief moment of hope. The only survivor here is the Morphling after a very good fight from NiP. That's all good. Now, there is going to be a very, very tanky Centaur silenced up and hit by a herd of Eidolons, but there we go. There's follow-up from the Dire. They're going forward. Mega kill streak now for Koikva. They trap Earth Spirit into the trees, and now Chappie just going in. Morphin strength, but there is going to be that Song of the Siren to kind of get that full reset. 3 Radiant heroes now on the menu. Can Dire actually finish this off? It looks like there will be a Silver Edge, but they get the Hex off onto the Shadow Fiend. Unfortunately, Era plucked down, gets the Laguna Blade off, but it's not going to be enough. But now Chappie, stuck between the middle of 2 damage dealers, he's able to go ahead and finish off 1 and still style through it. They get Koikva. That's huge. 2 gems on the deck, sitting nestled in the trees here. But Radiant do not lose their Morphling. Their lane's getting crunched, and yeah, Morphling able to hit this tower very, very hard. And look at this thing melt. They're going to spend to fortify. King R goes in, gets a great lift onto the Lina. They're going to try to get her back. The global silence spent, maybe a little bit prematurely. They do cancel out that Enigma's BKB, but he's still got his black hole. Now, they're going to go with the Wukong's command here. Chappie just going to waveform to freedom. They may have to sack this Earth Spirit. Miposhka trying to rotate out, but gets hexed up and killed off by the double edge. Now, oh, they get the sleep off onto the Morphling and the Rubik here. Rubik definitely going to be a quick kill if he can find it. And well, they're going forward. They get the Rubik down. It's just Chappie on the run here. Casts out a replicate. Can he get away from this? Looks like the Light Strike Array clips him, and that's going to be it. He's dead for 100 seconds. Yep. And they're going forward. Trixie maybe thinking about a cheeky blink stall, but not today. And they're going forward. There's the Wukong's command to zone. They do end up clipping Morphling with the Boundless Strike, but this is really just to finish off the racks. And you can see Era just machine gunning it. There is going to be an initiation as Earth Spirit comes in, gets a stun onto 2. There is going to be the Stampede out. Is there enough damage, though, as Koikva, she's running. Going in, they got the black hole, and this is going to be a nice kill onto her, and they do find the silencer as well. That's a 2-for-1 special. Very much no man's land, as no one wants to be the first one to make a botched initiation, and looks like they're going in. They do have that shadow walk onto FN, and Got his BKB ready as well, but he's gonna get clipped by the Boundless Strike. Oh no! It looks like Shadow Fiend still alive, just barely, and they do come in with a nice Wukong's command. Hani getting low now, and looks like there's gonna be the Magnetize to finish him off. Shadow Fiend, again, just barely dies. He was so close to getting out alive. Chappie now running away here. Monkey. Well, Earth Spirit is just way out in his lonesome here. They bring the Rubik forward, and there is going to be a TP in from the Enigma, and also a TP in from the Naga, so it's supports in their cores now as they do end up isolating the Centaur, but they're just picking too many targets at once. They got distracted, but they get off the black hole. It will be canceled, and Enigma does go down, and now the Wukong's command comes in. The Radiant now running in fear. There is still a Hex up on the Earth Spirit. Trixie going to try to chase him down, but the rest of the team onto bigger targets as there's a stolen Wukong's command coming in. Oh man, that's lovely to see. King R is still juking and jiving through the trees, somehow lives through this finally. Monkey King is able to get on top of him, but just a fraction of a second too late on the stomp. Not going to be able to get into this Roche. I mean, is next Roche really what's going to determine this game? Okay. Alright, thanks for your optimism, Brax. Ghost Stick going in. It's just a silencer, but they sure will take it. Wukong's command coming out of the trees, but King R, he's ready. Got himself a Primal Spring. The rest of the Radiant seem more than capable of dealing with this. There is going to be a kill onto the Enigma while he's channeling his black hole, and now they get 3 down. Monkey King death was definitely worthwhile here as the rest of the Dire, they're continuing to chase. There's going to be another Global Silence popped out. They got to get on top of this Morphling, but he's just too fast.
Radiant's top tower.
Yep, Centaur now just going to be solo pushing in top. Final lane of Rax, and this is going to be big. King R jumps down from the trees. There is going to be a Wukong's command coming out. Again, just a zone. But FN doing a ton of damage here. Chappie makes his way into the pit, trying to tussle, but taking a good amount of damage there. Will get bashed up by the monkeys. Going in, trying to 1v1 Trixie, but they get the kill on the Morphling. Immediate buyback from him as FN is able to go and take out the Centaur, but he'll be respawning soon. The rest of the Radiant all grouped up around him. The ult comes out, so the Stampede helping to mitigate damage, but they get him in the black hole. The Stampede's stolen as well. Ghost Stick goes in. He's got another black hole ready. Pop the refresher. Hani going to be invising his way out of the fight. Now they do catch Naga Siren here. This could be huge. Another black hole comes in. This time they're not going to be able to cancel it as the global is down. They've got the Hex up onto the Earth Spirit, but it's still not enough to kill him off. This is going to be big. They get 2 down now, and they're going in for the Lina as well. She's going to go ahead and Laguna down the Earth Spirit, kill her off, and now they're still chasing. King R wants to keep moving forward here. She is incredibly fast, and now Trixie comes back in. The Radiant still trying to make this work. King R eating up a ton of damage, but Chappie's just laying in. He gets a rampage, and now it looks like they're going to kill off Trixie again. He's already died in this fight. He's playing Ring Around the Rosie here. There is going to be a TP from the Naga Siren, and this could be big. Now focusing down Chappie, but Chappie still got that Satanic. It's another rampage out from the Morphling, retreating with still plenty of health. And they're going to keep chasing down Quakeva here. Is going to go ahead. Another Song of the Siren, but the BKB from FN doing a fair amount of work to mitigate that. Blink back into the Enigma, but still going to get clipped by the Song. A TP in from the Morphling as he refreshes, gets a little more mana for himself. A waveform back forward. Can they catch out Quakeva here? They got him with the Malefice. He's going to go ahead and Manta, but chasing him back up to his own high ground. This might be a little deep, Morphling. He's still cutting through that backdoor protect, really chomping at the bit to get this going. Dire, yeah, they're going to smoke, and they will be able to find the Shadow Fiend here. He's going to get immediately silenced and pummeled. He does have his buyback now, and the rest of Radiant, they're not going to let this go without some serious retaliation, although Ghost Stick is just melting. He tries his black hole and gets killed. Now he's got his buyback as well. Global Silence comes back in as they're able to go ahead and find a kill on King R. Chappie in some serious trouble, going to waveform out as there's a TP back in from Ghost Stick still. Trying to get another black hole up, but the Global Silence comes back in. And you've got Shadow Fiend now starting to lay into the silencer, but wow, he's dead as well. It's 3 heroes down on Empire. This potentially could be GG now. Definitely ready to go back in here, trying to finish off this last little Rax, and Lina just shooting it down. That's done, and that's going to be Mega Creeps now. The tier 4 is going to be under fire from Naga Illusions, and soon to be Naga herself. And you've only got a Morphling and an Earth Spirit ready to defend this. And I mean, Earth Spirit's gonna give it his all, man. He's in there, he's trying. But, well, he'll be hexed up. Lina now playing with him. A nice Boundless Strike hits onto 2, and Silencer keeping him locked down as the tier 4s are falling. I feel like we are not too far off from the GG. A final Fortify comes out. They do have the Hex up. A desperate Shrine attempt from the Earth Spirit who, yeah, he'll live for now. He's still up, chasing everyone outside the base. There is going to be a Laguna coming in onto our Morphling, and Chappie, he's trying to turn this around. He's got one last shot. Ghost Stick coming in. No Black Hole or Refresher for him for 15 seconds. Come on, Morphling, you got this, man. Give it one more big hold. They bring in the Wukong's command, and that's enough to drive everyone back as the Ancient is exposed. Ghost Stick isolated and brought down. GG finally coming out at 77 minutes in. This is game 1, potentially, of 5. We are in for a treat.